So we know that many vloggers love to preface their narratives with "just my opinion." But how true is it that anything that follows that phrase is really just an opinion? And what are the potential consequences when it's used as a rhetorical shield? To answer that, let's look at why treating vlogs as news can be misleading. The first reason is a lack of journalistic standards. Unlike trained reporters, most vloggers have no newsroom or fact-checkers behind them. They often post unscripted thoughts or claims without verifying evidence. In fact, a UNESCO survey found about 66% of social media influencers do not check the accuracy of information before sharing it. ethicaljournalistquote.org. Influencers operate outside established frameworks of journalistic ethics and accountability. ethicaljournalismnetwork.org in practice. This means a vlogger's opinion can easily include unverified or false claims, and there is no editorial process to correct or balance those statements. By contrast, professional news outlets have layers of checks: source verification, corrections, ombudsman, to guard against error. According to Pew Research, 77% of popular news influencers have no background in journalism, so factual mistakes in their commentary typically go unchecked. The second reason is that audiences' trust often outweighs expertise. Many viewers treat familiar vloggers as trusted authorities, even on topics the vloggers aren't experts in. Research shows that influencers have become opinion makers and agenda setters in online news culture. People listen to them even when influencers are not qualified to speak on a subject. For example, Yagov research reveals that nearly 2/3 of Americans regularly get political news from YouTube. Yet few vloggers have credentials in political science, journalism, international relations, or related fields. Instead, Yagov data indicates that the typical YouTube political influencer is in their mid-20s, often with a background in entertainment. Aspen Institute. The influencers enjoy high credibility with their followers, which allows them to shape public understanding of complex topics. However, when vloggers are not subject matter experts, their opinions could lead audiences to misunderstand critical issues. It's like getting legal advice from a comedian or medical guidance from a gamer. Even if the advice is well-intentioned, expertise matters. On YouTube, a charming personality or relatable story often carries more weight than academic credentials. Influencers cultivate a sense of closeness with their audiences through casual, informal videos. This makes viewers more likely to take their words as gospel. We naturally gravitate toward those who seem most authentic and trustworthy. Yet this inclination to trust approachable personalities can backfire when the topics venture beyond the influencer's area of competence. With no formal training in law, medicine, politics, or other specialized fields, many vloggers are ill-equipped to educate their audiences on such subjects. While their intentions might be good, basing important decisions on entertainment-based vlogs can lead to misinformation and misunderstanding. Ultimately, it's crucial to recognize the limits of relying on charismatic personalities as sources of specialized knowledge. The third concern is hidden agendas and profit motives. Vloggers often have personal or commercial incentives that bias their opinions. Some deliberately mix sensational claims with products or ideology to attract clicks and income. For example, a University of Washington study documented that certain Instagram health influencers spread anti-vaccine misinformation while selling miracle cures like essential oils. In these cases, false claims about health are directly tied to product promotion. The influencer economy incentivizes vloggers to present opinions as facts to boost their brands. This blurring of lines between reality and opinion further muddies the waters for audiences trying to discern truth from fiction. Social media rewards sensational content with more visibility. A vlogger titled "Shocking News, My Unfiltered Thoughts" is more likely to go viral than one labeled analysis of new data or legal commentary. This is not because shocking takes are more truthful, but because they generate clicks. Blog success depends on attracting eyeballs, and vloggers have a strong incentive to exaggerate or fabricate claims that grab attention. When content is monetized through ads, sponsorships, donations, etc., vloggers have a financial stake in pushing narratives that resonate with their audience, whether that's fear, outrage, or excitement. In short, when a vlogger says "just my opinion," it can mask an underlying agenda, whether selling products, pushing a political view, or simply generating attention. Hidden profit motives can turn what appears to be a casual opinion into a calculated manipulation? Reason no. 4 is that vloggers often dodge accountability with its just opinion. Claiming content is merely personal opinion is a common way influencers evade responsibility for spreading falsehoods. A recent Philippine congressional hearing illustrates this. One vlogger admitted she had repeated an unverified rumor based on TikTok clips about police resignations and said, "I post what I feel. Those are my feelings." She even believed that using the word allegedly made her legally safe. This casual attitude, treating misinformation as harmless speculation, is typical among vloggers. In fact, media analysts note that influencers sometimes use misinformation as a deflection tactic to evade accountability. According to the Philippine Daily Inquirer, she is one of many vloggers who peddle false news. They often rely on a just opinion disclaimer to avoid legal repercussions. But whether an idea is framed as an opinion or a feeling doesn't change its impact. Listeners may still accept it as plausible. Such disclaimers simply shift responsibility onto the listener, all while false or misleading statements continue to circulate uncorrected. And finally, this practice erodes trust and distorts public discourse. When informal opinions are treated like authoritative news, everyone loses. Experts warn that fragmented digital media have obfuscated the distinctions between independent, fact-based journalism and partisan opinions, making it harder for people to know what to believe. Unchecked influencer opinions fuel misinformation epidemics. As the Manila Times noted after hearings on fake news, viral blogger posts have become a growing threat to truth, trust, and national cohesion. This is not just a local issue. Globally, only about 40% of people say they trust news consistently, and that figure has been undermined by rampant falsehoods online. When significant segments of the public get key ideas from entertainment-style vlogs rather than vetted journalism, polarization deepens and common facts dissolve. The rise of vloggers as pseudo-journalists exacerbates this problem. Their opinions masquerading as news further fragments the media landscape, making it even more challenging to discern truth from fiction. As one academic put it, truth and trust have become optional in the United States. People now choose what to believe based on identity, ideology, or convenience rather than facts. The proliferation of vloggers claiming to report news reinforces echo chambers where viewers are only exposed to information that confirms their existing biases. This distorted reality is fueled by algorithms that reward sensationalism and polarization. But as one analysis concludes, disinformation thrives in a fragmented media landscape, fueling distrust and division. When facts are replaced by entertaining opinions, society suffers. In conclusion, the growing influence of personal video bloggers as de facto news sources poses serious risks. Without journalistic checks, even well-meaning opinions can spread falsehoods quickly. Audiences may unwittingly accept unverifiable claims as truth, deepening misinformation and distrust. Over time, this practice not only spreads incorrect information, but also erodes norms that public figures should own their claims. The solution requires multiple efforts: media literacy, clearer boundaries on accountability, and recognition that just my opinion is not a free pass. When real world consequences are at stake. If vloggers' opinions continue to substitute for verified information, our democracy will suffer. Facts will become contested. Trust in any news source will dwindle, and critical decision-making from health to elections will suffer. The bottom line, while many vloggers likely have good intentions, the lines between news, opinion, and entertainment have become dangerously blurred. We must collectively push for more transparency, accountability, and a clear separation of fact from feeling. Only then can we ensure that our public discourse is guided by truth rather than fleeting emotions or personal agendas. As always, thanks for watching and for your generous support.